Blessings, greetings to you. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope your family is well, your friends are well. Not going to dwell too much on the obvious negatives. Obviously, we're facing a very tragic moment right now, just unprecedented, uncharted times. But I would like to send my condolences to anyone that has experienced loss to this virus and anyone that currently is facing exposure, whether personally or family member or friends or someone close to them. Condolences to you. I ask for the good Lord to give you strength and courage to face this time. The title of this video might throw you off a little bit. The positive impact of coronavirus on the church. And let me first say that the purpose of this video is not to negate the adverse impacts, right? Obviously, we can't congregate together. I'm sure member contributions are down. There's just a whole lot of uncertainty. How long is it going to last? These are the things that we don't know. And oftentimes, when things like that are happening, we have to divert our attention to maybe some of the less apparent things that are happening. And what I've noticed is some of the positives in this. This moment in time, what I'm seeing is it's getting us back to the essence of what church should have always been. And when you look at the fact that we can't congregate together and be with each other physically, for those that love each other and always look forward every Sunday to seeing, their church members and to give them a hug and to, give them a handshake or whatever, and we're not able to do that now, that's the negative part. But the positive is that oftentimes, obviously we have some biases within us. We've developed some judgmental things within us. And growing up in church, I'm speaking definitely from a point of reference. When someone enters a church, some of the things that we look at is their physical appearance, how they're dressed, what their hair looks like. Do they have jewelry? Do they have makeup? Is their clothes too tight? What's the quality of their clothes? Do they have jeans on? What name brand clothes they have? So all of the superficial things that we focus on that really have no value, this moment has caused us to really move away from that. Because now that we can't congregate physically, a lot of churches are going the route of online streaming, conference calls and whatnot. And what that does is that no one is really seeing each other. So the distractions that used to be there in the physical are no longer there. On a phone call, we don't see who's on the line. We don't see what they have on. We don't see if they're wearing pants or, have extensions in their hair or have dreadlocks or have earrings. All of those things that we used to hold to high regard is no longer a factor because we are not physically together. So this physical separation has really caused us to go to the essence of why church exists, to connect to God. That is the reason, not to look at somebody and judge them and just oftentimes make them feel unwelcome. We all often use church as, we often use hospital and church as metaphors, right? We compare church to a hospital. And why does someone go to a hospital? Because they need help, because they might need a surgery where something within them is not functioning well and it needs to be removed, right? Something's killing them inside. Something is damaged inside. And they go there to get repaired, to get renewed, to get healing, to get treatment, right? And what we have to remember is that we're not the doctor. We're more like the receptionist. Our job is not to do the healing, but to point them in the right direction, to point them to the doctor, to get to that surgeon. And I feel that at this time, we're able to actually do that more effectively because the biases that we have and the things that used to cause us to be, instead of pillars, we used to be obstacles between God and others. We used to be the block because we would make them feel that they're not welcome in the house of God. But now, church, on Sundays is maybe in your living room, maybe in your bedroom, wherever you might be. Maybe you're at work, and you're not around whoever is actually partaking in that service with you. So you're just focusing on the worship, you're just focusing on the word. And we're allowing people to actually do that because we removed all of the things that used to block us from doing that. We used to be distracted by physical appearance, right? Someone sitting next to you that doesn't meet the standard that you have of what a Christian should look like. We used to judge them in that way. And judging them is what we were focusing on instead of being in the presence of God or allowing them to be in the presence of God without any obstacles or hindrance in doing that. So this is a time that I think, however long this goes, is a very poignant learning moment for us. We can't go back to what was after this is all said and done. This is a eye-opening moment, and it's really going to show us why churches exist. It's going to be a time of proving of why do the churches exist. Are we there to be a pillar in the community, to build community, or are we just there just as